Light, but you too, what is going on? Your boy Rico out here in Rio de Janeiro, of course, still. And now we are at Samba City, which is kind of this place where they have a bunch of different samba schools. They practice for this day all year long, getting ready for Carnaval, practicing the dance, getting ready for the parade. You can see a little sneak peek over there, some of the costumes we might see tomorrow. But we were lucky enough to find an English-speaking tour guide who knows all about the history of this, and she's about to give us a wonderful tour of Samba City, give us some of the history behind it so we can know how this came to be, which I think is really cool. Stay tuned. I hope you like the footage.
And action.
Hey American, Danny. Today I took the guys to know how is the Samba City. There's the place where all the 12 Samba schools from the special group get reunited to make the carnival happen. So here we build cars, fantasies, rehearsal, and you're gonna see a little bit more from this now. Yeah? Cool.
Yeah.
Let's go. You see, I don't care for the Samba school, but we end up knowing everything. Like all those people over here, they're waiting for getting their fantasies. Like in Samba school, they have like 5,000 components, so they divided in groups of 10 or 12 different groups. And between every three group have a big car in the middle to separate, because at the end of the day, they're counting a story. So each fantasy represents a part of this story.
What do you mean by fantasy? Define.
Fantasy is like your clothes.
Okay.
I don't know, garment?
Like the feather. Okay.
Costume.
Yeah, ask them if you can film the garment. Yeah, so they might have like 40 or 50 of those fantasies, and this group is counting a story that's gonna compose the next place and the next place and the next place. Oh, so here he's a no, we can't see much, but you can have an idea how big it is. Like this year, a lot of stories counting is having an Africa story as a base for telling, because for so long time we in Brazil believe that we have been colonized from Portugal, but in a cute way, and they never count the black story as they do in America. So now Carnival is also a protest party, so it's our way to show to the world that black heritage.
Is it from Yoruba culture? And the Orishas, they talk about the...
Yeah, now, because Carnival, like, this, from there is a favela. So each Samba school of those came from a favela. And the favela has been built around the neighborhoods because the rich people and the Portuguese people, when they was here, then they bring the slaves, they need people to work for them. And when they don't have slaveries anymore, those people have to live somewhere. That favela actually was the first one in Rio, and maybe the second or the third one in Brazil, and it calls Providence favela, because after the slaves have been free, they was waiting for providence from the government, and they don't did anything, so they started to building houses here. And this is the name, like Providence favela, because they never get out of there, because they never give house or...
So they were promised land.
Yeah, it's like a promise.
Sounds real familiar.
In America, they called it 40 acres and a mule. We never got it.
Yeah, we never got it. So they're waiting for the Providence until now, and you see that it grows and it's still a favela, and they keep growing in places and places around Rio. So every rich neighborhood in Rio will have a favela behind, because those people who was working for the white people need somewhere close to live. Like in Copacabana, you might see that Ipanema, everywhere has a favela behind.
See, the African diaspora get treated like shit all over the world.
Look at the moon.
Who wants to watch as well?
Right.
It's being made by us, because there is also a festival in Nigeria that is pretty close to what we do here. But here we do more professionally, and became like a big challenge. And it's a passion for us too. It's like football, it's like soccer in some countries, like here too. But like it's our history. And then they start to make a big production. and they are selling tickets for so expensive, and people who actually made the carnival, they don't have money at the end of the day to see their product in the venue. Like a lot of white people get there and they pay for the school, and they're trying to stolen our culture, like try to appropriate from our culture. So if we don't have a lot of power to contest the government that this is our festival, like by, I don't know, maybe 10, 20 years, it's not gonna be our anymore, because now it's a big show, so they want to take over.
Right.
They don't want to recognize that this is a black culture. So every time they feel a few trying to stolen that and say like, oh, this is from Rio. No, this is from us, and our heritage is African. So they don't want to recognize that, but this is what happened. Yes. And this is what's gonna keep happening if we don't get acknowledged, if we don't have like a studying and know how to count our story.
Right.
Oh yeah, here you go. The whole year, like we spend like 6 to 8 months to get everything done, and they might have like 4 or 5 cars and this big inside there, and each of yeah. So they have people who make iron, foam, plastic, and up there in the second floor is where the people do the clothes, the garments. So up there in the second floor, they do like 5,000 clothes. Yeah, they sew and then they glue and they put a foam.
Do you ever reuse?
I was working here in 4 days.
So you get to change jerseys?
No, I have my favorite, but some schools are small, but they have a minimum quantity of people that they have to put in the venue. And if they don't get this minimum amount, they're already over. So sometimes we just go to help them.
So that's different costumes.
Yeah, different costumes, different music, different everything, different story. Oh, let's try to get there. They might be more friendly, I guess. Let's try.
Yeah, they got it closed off like it's like they practicing for a probate show.
Right.
What?
Oh, it's like fraternities in the United States. It's, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's exactly like this. No, but in Samba. No. Those guys are working there. Like you can see, they do everything.
Just the material.
Just the material.
Just the
So
material.
this is I don't know the name. So this school gonna talk a story about a very famous comedian that died in the COVID-19, and he was very important for many causes of LGBT. So because he died last year, last year they're gonna talk about his history. Oh, you can see one here too. So each group is gonna have a different. And I want to go on.
That is one thing I noticed too, by the way, is Brazil is very LGBTQ friendly.
Oh yeah.
Very, very LGBT friendly. I mean, it's cool to see everybody getting along in the same space like that. So.
No, but also we're still the country that most kill LGBT.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. I think some numbers in Brazil is just because of the size of the country. So you cannot compare with
sense.
like a place like Thailand,
I know
for
certain
example.
African countries are very against that. And yeah.
That is true. But I mean, like everything in Brazil will be bigger because it's a country of big proportions. So everything will be more here.
Right.
But we still have a lot of preconcept, and we still have a lot of racism. So we still have a lot to do. Even we have a big event that put us in the game.
I'm pretty sure you can't go to one country on the planet and not find racism. That's pretty much everywhere. Yeah.
I kept wondering if they have a racism in any country of Africa.
Yes.
Like, but everyone is black there. Majority, like.
It doesn't matter. If you have
to South Africa.
If you have a statue of white Jesus in Africa, you're fine. I don't care.
What about Asians? Do they think they are racist about Asians?
Go to South Africa and see.
The only continent that is not.
They don't even like black Americans.
Only country.
Really?
Keep it real, yeah.
Asians.
No, Africans.
No,
Oh
Africans.
yeah, they definitely.
They don't like black
They don't
Americans.
They call us a kata. You know what a kata is?
I don't know what that means.
A stray cat.
And it's not all of them, but from my experience,
Majority.
from my
I would say
experience,
most, yeah.
especially the ones that come to the States to study abroad, people that I met in college, they typically have this attitude of looking down on Black Americans. And a lot of it is because of what we show in the media. So they think everybody's lazy, they think everybody's
But I
trying to
also
be a
think,
thug,
like,
so they just look down on us a bit.
I never went in America, but the impression that I have is that a lot of Americans have the target of being Black Americans more important, or is like above the African, like from any country there. They feel like more intelligent, they feel like more cool, they feel like more advanced. And so the way that they show it in social media means like, I don't belong there anymore. So if you don't belong there anymore, don't come here and say like, I'm from here.
Well, you gotta.
The impression that I have, like being seen from outside, is that because I took really long time to understand that I'm Afro-American, even I'm from South America. It takes so long because like our culture have been taken, and then you go to Africa and you don't identify yourself, and you don't go to somewhere else, and people say like you don't belong here either, so you get lost, and you try to identify, and then like you see that your people don't recognize you. And I think that most of what happened with Americans might be that, but they have a superior view, like I have a lucky to be here.
I don't even think it's just a Black thing. I think Americans in general have a superiority complex.
Let's check it there. I'm sorry to get away, but just first trying to get something made. Keep saying.
Huh?
Keep saying what you were saying.
Oh, I don't even think it's just it's solely a Black issue. I think Americans in general have a superiority complex. You know?
Yeah, but like it's wrong. We don't like now. I think it's better. Like our generation is more informed. We have a chance to study and do not get shame about our heritage. But our parents or grandparents, like they don't have this chance. They have to hide all the time. They have to try to straighten their hair. They have 13th Amendment.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that documentary is crazy, like it's blowing minding. Looks at the beginning I believe that it was silly, but if you start to see how the system built itself to just make a segregation and keep the segregation renewed as the time is passing, like you get crazy.
Yeah.
Well, in the United States, back when we had the civil rights movement and all of that stuff, and Black people were trying to get integrated into society, a big part of that integration was to deny our own heritage to try to fit in.
It is
with white Americans. Like you said, that's where perms came from.
Yeah.
The root of perms and straightening hair was to look more European, so that you would be able to get a job.
Yeah, exactly.
The way that you dress, the way that you talk, and we're just now getting to a point in society where we're being more inclusive of other cultures.
No, where be us is okay.
Because even
it's
me,
accepted.
when I first started, I cut my hair. I used to have braids when I was a teenager, but when I got to college, I cut my hair because my pastor at the time told me, he said, listen, as smart as you are, the way you look is going to determine how far you can go in life. And I was like, what? And the rebellious part of me wanted to like ignore him, right? But I mean, man was successful, so I felt like maybe I should listen. And it worked out. But, you know, Rico is 10 years in his career now, so if this is my act of defiance, so be it. Can't nobody tell me what to do now.
Rico is my mentor for the tech field.
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, so I've been blessed to be able to have a lot of success in my career as a software developer, as you guys can see right now, working abroad, traveling the world. Any opportunity that I get when I find other young Black men that look like me trying to do the same thing, I make sure I give them the game. I don't charge them for it, and I don't look for nothing in return, because I truly believe that the only way to make this place a better world is to pay it forward. And the only thing that I require of anybody that I help is to pay it forward as well and do the same thing. So I had no idea that this tour was going to take such a political turn, but hey, this is the history of Carnaval. This is the raw, gritty details. As she said earlier, Samba music started as the music of the resistance, very similar to what we had in the United States with hip hop. African Bambaataa and Cool Herc in the parks in Brooklyn protesting what they saw going on with the politics at the time. So it's very cool to hear that we have these parallel stories, different parts of the globe. And I also find it very interesting that the African diaspora experiences the same mistreatment almost everywhere you go. It is what it is. It sucks to even have to talk about it, guys, but it is what it is. Hopefully things will change for the better.
I got a cat from Dan, I got a cat from myself.
But I think we got enough of the history. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will definitely be bringing you more footage when the carnival starts, and we're gonna have a blast. So thanks for tuning in. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Let me know if you liked it down in the comment section, and continue the conversation in the comment section. Just keep it civil. All right, thanks.